So today I am repairing a furniture leg on a love seat that we have, where the hole has become elongated because the hanger bolt, which is what this is called, had gotten loose, and when it did, it just chewed out the wood inside that hole. So what I'm going to do is I've got to clean these threads out because I think I've tried to just glue it back in the past, but there was just too much space. So I've got to clean all this glue out of the threads, and then I'm going to re-glue it with a different kind of glue, and you will see here in just a minute what that is. Now, what I'm doing to be able to clean these threads out is I'm just using a butter knife that has serrations on the edge to kind of cut it out like a little like using a hacksaw without the damaging sharp teeth of a hacksaw. Because what I want to do is I just want to be able to cut that glue, the glue and the wood mixture out of these threads. Okay, so I'm back. I've gotten most of the threads cleaned out. Now you'll notice on this hanger bolt, you'll notice that part of it is real coarse. That's the part that screws into the wood, and then the fine part actually screws into a nut insert that's in the wood. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but that hole, down inside that hole, there's a nut down in there that has been embedded in the wood, and that's what the fine threads on this hanger bolt screw into. There's a couple of ways to do that. Some manufacturers use what they call a T-nut, which they bore a hole in the wood and then they drive this nut that has cleats on the outside of it so that it will stay. It acts as a washer and also a nut to screw these hanger bolts into. But this one has just a smooth cylinder of metal on the outside. What they do is they put scribings in them, so they're scored so that when they shove them into the hole or press them into the hole, they put a little bit of glue around it, and those little scribings in the metal help attach via the glue the metal to the wood. Okay, so that's what we have on this one. I prefer T-nuts, but the manufacturer did not. So moving on, this hanger bolt also has got a slight bend in it. And if you can, I think I'm getting it, but if you can see it, it kind of stops. So it wobbles a little bit. If it were bad enough, I'd straighten it out. But I think we can use it just the way it is. If I had a hardware store handy, I wouldn't have gone through all the trouble I did to clean this one up. I'd just go buy another one. But since I'm trying to do these videos for the average homeowner, that's why I'm using stuff that I've got a fully equipped shop, but most of you don't. So I'm using stuff that you guys would have readily available. Hence the butter knife with the serrations. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use a product called JB Weld. You may have heard of it before. It is a two-part epoxy-based resin type glue, and the reason I like to use it is it's almost as strong as steel. It's certainly as strong as aluminum. It's machinable, and in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this hole. Or not fill the hole, but I'll wipe it after I mix the mixture. I'm gonna wipe the threads in, and so you mix equal parts of the steel and of the hardener, okay, and two parts. And I typically just take I take some aluminum foil and I just take a toothpick and I mix it all together. And I'll like I said, I'm gonna wipe the threads in it and fill up the threads. Then I'm gonna put it down in the hole. Then I'm going to fill in around the hole what I have remaining. And when I'm done with it, this thing will be there to stay. And the part that is difficult with JB Weld is the curing time. So it to get a full strength cure, which I want a full strength cure on this, it's going to take about 17, 18 hours. So I'm going to let this sit in my bench vise, held upright, and so it doesn't go anywhere for the whole time that it's curing. So I mixed my mixture, and this is what it looks like after I have the screw embedded down in the leg, and you can see it's the difference between the it's like a gray looking mixture when you get it mixed properly. So if you look, you'll see it's kind of a little higher right there around the screw, and I did get a little bit on the threads. I'm not concerned about that because if you saw in the hole on the furniture, the nut is way down deep, so it's not going to be a problem when I screw this back in. And I will get back to you tomorrow when I install this.